Let's go. You smell that?
What is that?
NBA Finals.
Love it.
In the air in Denver, Colorado. Beautiful thing.
Shout out to Jimmy Butler shouting out DT yesterday, though.
Yep. My hardest thing about this is I just can't really hate the Heat.
I know.
I'm sure I'll find a reason eventually. But
oh, yeah. Once the ball's up in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see.
Love Jimmy.
I do too. What's up, guys? Welcome into DNVR Buffs Primetime. We're presented by Illegal Pete's, your go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beers. Pretty fun show today, I think.
Let's go.
We're going to play a game. It's off season. It's June. The calendar turns, so we had to make it more fun. You know?
Okay, all right. I'm in on that.
We do have some Pac-12 news to start off with. It's not great. I don't think...
Is there any Pac-12 news that's ever great?
I don't think so. Not anymore.
Earmuffs, Connor.
The Holiday Bowl. You've heard of it.
Yes, I have.
Apparently I think second or third longest running Pac-12 tie-in bowl, other than the Rose Bowl and the Sun Bowl,
okay,
is suing the conference.
Oh, lovely.
Would you happen to be able to guess why?
Oh, let me guess. They didn't pay their fair share of something.
So let's go back to the 2021 season. COVID was still playing its role.
Okay.
And UCLA was scheduled to take on NC State in the Holiday Bowl.
Okay.
And so Chip Kelly, the AD, UCLA, made it down to wherever this game is, I think San Diego.
Yeah.
And were adamant that they were going to play most of the time. 20 hours before the game, Chip Kelly tells them, we're not playing. We've got a COVID outbreak.
Okay.
UCLA doesn't play, so they don't pay, or they're not able to play the game. So no one really gets paid for it.
Right.
NC State gets left hanging, of course.
Yeah. Didn't NC State try to go play someone else?
They tried to get a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Texas, even lower tiered like G5 teams, just someone to play.
Yep.
UCLA backed out. The Holiday Bowl lost a lot of money from this. Wiped out their reserves, basically. And this is a bowl that's been alive for a long time.
Yeah.
They said it costed about $3 million is what they lost.
Sheesh. And I can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking of this right now, but when your friend is planning their wedding or whatever, you have to put down all these deposits, and eventually the deposits become non-refundable, and you have to pay for the venue, and you have to pay for the catering, and you have to pay for everything, and 3 days before the game you pull the plug, you're not getting any of that money back.
Yep. So this is from Brett McMurphy of the Action Network. He wrote this article. Lower down. About 2 weeks ago, the Pac-12 notified the Holiday Bowl that it would file a lawsuit if the bowl didn't pay the conference the money the Pac-12 said it was owed from the 2022 game by Wednesday, May 31st. The notification did not reference the 2021 cancellation.
Mm-hmm. So let me just be clear here, though. I actually don't think the Pac-12 is in the wrong of this.
Yeah?
It was COVID. These things happen.
So they dug into it. Turns out there's only... this is where we get kind of blurry with a lot of lines here. But I guess only 3 defensive linemen tested positive for COVID, and that's what caused UCLA to pull the plug. This is the same bowl season where LSU played a bowl game with 39 scholarship players.
Okay. All right. I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
They definitely could have played the game. But again, this, I'm just thinking I went to a bachelor party during this time, and they had non-refundable tea times, and then everyone was too hungover except me. I was actually ready. I had my polo on, my hat ready. I never miss a tea time. But no one wanted to go anymore, and then someone just called and oh, we had a COVID outbreak. It was no one could say anything to that.
Right. The Holiday Bowl in its time has provided more than $50 million to the Pac-12 conference. And now they're suing each other, and it's another kind of black mark of the Pac-12 owing money to someone else that they don't really have.
I think the Pac-12 wins this case.
You think so?
Yeah. Like Connor said, contact tracing, there's all that stuff, and they could have just said hey, look, I don't think they're going to lose for even if it was illegitimately, for being on the side of safety.
Right.
What would have their motivation have been for pulling out of the game 3 days before? Is there what's, because that would be the case for me. Oh, they pulled out of the game because of X, Y, and Z. And that would, and they used COVID as an excuse. I think they were probably just we're not messing with this shit.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like this was a very weird period of time in the world, and I don't know. I see both sides of it really, but it's just again not a good look for the Pac-12. I feel like we've been saying that a lot lately.
Yeah, I mean nothing. Pac-12 hasn't had a good look in years.
That's true. Very true. All right, we got some recruiting stuff to get to, but first, actually, a little bit of NIL news. The Buffs have the Buffs for Life does their 5K, right? Or they're having their 5K run come up really soon. Jimmy Horn is going to be there, helping raise money, and I'm assuming also getting paid. A couple other athletes are going to be there: Anthony Hankerson, Van Wells, and Caleb Faria. So,
all right, love that.
Only one new Buff, and that's Jimmy.
Okay.
So we got that coming along. Let me find the date for you here. This is coming up on June 25th, the Buffs for Life Kyle McIntosh Memorial 5K. But the start and finish the race are at Franklin Field. So if you're at Boulder, then that's what's going on. Recruiting news. We have some more blue chips.
Let's go.
Including CU in their top lists. Both of these are top 10s. They're not Galaxial.
I think that's a good word. If it's not already a word, I think it should be.
I can show you these. One is a...
Like, Colorado football's going Galaxial, bro. Not national, not international.
Right.
We're going Galaxial.
That sounds like a 90s word. We'll start with Kai Bates.
I stand by Galaxial.
Kai Bates, 2024 cornerback, 6'1.5", 180. Where's he from, Ryan?
Florida.
Orlando, Florida. 2024 four-star composite, 223rd overall player in the class, 17th overall corner. But CU in a top 10. Again, very good company. LSU, Tennessee, Florida, UCF, A&M, Alabama, FSU, CU, Ohio State, and Maryland.
Sounds like a future conference.
It really does. Maybe that'll be the conference after the Big 12 era. The Big 12 era revisited.
There we go.
We got, okay, I got to show you these now since we're doing this. Pretty basic. Just a regular Haas Fawcett, Hayes Fawcett on 3 graphic. You're not going to be able to get anything from that.
I think there's mountains in the background. No, that's got to be good news for CU. CU's the only one on here with mountains.
There you go.
Look closer, bro.
There is something back there. This one's cooler, I promise. This is from CJ Jackson, 2024 Edge, 6'3.5", 225. Not from Florida, but from Tucker, Georgia. 181st overall recruit in this class, 15th overall Edge. Put CU in a top 10 with Alabama, Clemson, South Carolina, Georgia Tech, LSU, A&M, Auburn, OU, Georgia, and CU. This one is dope.
All right, let's learn something. It's like a Game of Thrones theme going on here. Very Thronesian. This dude's crushing skulls, I guess.
I guess so. He does play Edge.
CJ Jackson, sign me up. Some barbed wire involved?
Yep. The Buffs just offered him on the 25th, too.
All right, I'm trying to see if I can read anything into barbed wire and skulls. Seems like a Texas thing, to be honest.
Ooh. But there's only one Texas school in there, right?
I know, A&M. They're the team to beat.
There you go. There's RK's graphic list breakdown. What else do we got? Amari Ward. I don't think we've talked about him too much. Former Jackson State offensive lineman. He entered the portal not too long ago. Let me find exactly when. But anyways, he... I don't know if he visited here, but he's obviously got the connection to Coach Prime. And a lot of people have been asking him if he's going to come to Colorado. He put out a top 3 yesterday. It's an odd one. Colorado, Bethune-Cookman, and Tusculum.
Say what?
Tusculum. Read that. I don't know what that is.
Tusculum.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I don't think CU's in there seriously.
Okay.
Just guessing by the company they're in.
Fair enough.
But you never know.
Whatever had happened with Bethune-Cookman in terms of their head coach after Ed Reed left?
That's a good question. That was
crazy saga.
Talk about going back in time. That feels like 100 years ago.
It does. Dude, just thinking about the Nuggets playing Minnesota feels like 100 years ago.
For real. I honestly do not know. Raymond Woody Jr. This was announced on March 15th. So good news. Bethune-Cookman has a head coach.
All right. What's his name again?
Raymond Woody Jr.
Tusculum University, a private Presbyterian university in Tusculum, Tennessee.
All right. We're learning about the entire country today.
Yep.
You've probably already seen on Twitter. We sure did. The Anthony Robinson saga is not over.
More twists and turns than a roller coaster at Disney World.
It is insane. He posted that video on, I believe, May 14th, saying he was committed to FSU, but it was an old video. It was Jalen Ramsey walking around the campus, like talking. It wasn't even him.
Okay, this is not an accusation, but have you ever heard the story about the kid who like went to like the signing day thing at his high school and said he was like signing with Cal?
No.
And then like a guy from the local paper like called Cal to see if he could like interview the head coach about him signing with Cal, and the coach of Cal was like, I don't know who that person is.
Yikes.
That's not an accusation. I'm just saying that's what came to my mind when you said that.
It's very weird because, well, if you guys haven't seen the photo, someone sent it to us. His name is on a locker in the CU locker room.
Is that spelled the right way though? Because I thought he was Anthony with like 2 E's at the end or something.
No, he's regular
standard
Anthony.
spelling.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find the DM of who sent this to me. They said his locker is between Roderick Ward's and Omarion Cooper's.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Also, is it possible? Does it have the like where he's from on there?
It just says his name.
Because all the other ones have where they're from
Yeah.
underneath it. Is it possible this is a walk-on who just happens to have the same name?
I think it's a very common name, so maybe.
Yeah, like Anthony, very common first name. Robinson, top 5 most common last name.
I went to my guy's Twitter page before we went live. In his bio, it still says at FSU commit.
What is happening?
I don't know. It's crazy.
What is happening? This has got to be coincidence, but it's a hilarious coincidence if it is.
Yes. That's all I know. I don't know anything else.
That's crazy. Alpine, I am going to the game tonight. He said live stream from the bar tonight if RK's not going to the game.
Damn, you're going?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's dope, man.
Yep.
It's going to be electric in there.
It's not a fun amount of money to pay for a sporting event. But like I want to be able to tell my kids I was there for this.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
First NBA Finals game ever in Denver.
You have a Miami connection?
I got to be there. What do you mean?
Do you have a friend in Miami?
No.
Go for game 4 maybe?
No.
No?
That's out of my range. I think they're cheaper there. I'm sure they are, but it's usually not cheap to fly to Miami.
Shout out to Shador's number 2, the best barbecue sauce I've tried in quite some time. Tomato-based, rich, thick, sweet molasses-style barbecue sauce with tangy vinegar and fiery heat. It finishes with a subtle smoky note. This barbecue sauce is created in partnership between Shador Sanders and PLB Sports and Entertainment. You can get your hands on some Shador's number 2 at plbse.com. Make sure you use the code ALLCITY, all caps, all one word, for 10% off your order of Shador's number 2. Then shout out to Saturday Neon. We got the sign back in here.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it going.
The sign just kind of comes with us now wherever we go.
It does. We take this out to the bars on the weekends.
Yep.
And I just do this. I just walk around doing this all night.
With your extension cable on your shoulder. Saturday Neon is a company started by 2 friends and former college roommates at CU. They make officially licensed collegiate logos and LED signs. They're Denver-based. It's great for any fan, casual fan. Put it in your man cave. Get it as a gift. You can go right now to SaturdayNeon.com. Use the code DNVR for 10% off your order. And you get free shipping for orders over $200.
And for what it's worth, in a traditional sense, you would hang this so it's not tilted down a little bit. But, you know.
Then finally, shout out to Backus and Shanker, here to help Colorado families win. And have been doing so for more than 25 years. No upfront fees to speak with them about your case. No fees while they work on your case. And no fees unless they win your case and win money for you. You guys already know the number. If you need to sue, smash the 2.
There you go.
222-2222. Backus and Shanker helps with all kinds of injury cases where you weren't at fault. Car accidents, motorcycle, rideshare, pedestrians, trucks. They can even help if you're injured at work. Backus and Shanker wins.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Tusculum University,
Uh-huh.
which I'm just still on their page, only has twice as many people as my high school.
Wow.
2,400.
Damn.
Yep. Also, they play in Division II South Atlantic Conference, or some would say the SAC.
You need to save that one for Neely. All right, we got some fun news here. Yesterday, Ryan, our friends.
We can't hang the Buff sign because we have to take it with us to the bars on the weekend.
Exactly. It's got to be mobile. Yesterday, Ryan, our friends.
Can you imagine me in Ballerina tonight?
With the Buffalo. There's Ryan. Found him. PHNX Sports.
Oh.
Yes.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Specifically, the Sun Devils podcast.
Uh-huh.
We talk a lot about transfer portal news. The podcast transfer portal's heating up, Ryan.
Yes.
Our guy, Sean DePaz, says that he's entered the transfer portal for podcasters.
So, fun fact about Sean, I don't think he went to ASU.
Oh, really?
Yes. He is just like homies with those guys, like obviously enjoyed doing the pod with them.
Yeah.
I think he might have gone to grad school at ASU or something, but I'm pretty sure he went to Syracuse.
Oh, okay.
I want him.
Yeah? I was going to say, you offered him.
We put in the offer, you know. I think I have a feeling where he's leaning for his transfer.
I think so too.
But also, like, us joking about that actually tricked someone into thinking that he actually was a. Did he send you the screenshot?
Oh no, I just saw people replying to it, and I was like, "There's no way these people know what's going on."
No,
here.
he sent me a DM that someone sent him like, "Hey, you'd look good in the black and gold, my boy." I was like, "That's awesome."
That's hilarious. Apparently, this is NIL related, burrito related.
Wow. Crazy.
I'll tell you what, Sean, our presenting sponsor is Illegal Pete's.
Don't want to throw any shade at whoever their burrito sponsor is.
Of course.
It would be hard to beat.
Yes, it would be hard to beat. We've got a couch nearby. We can make this a 3-man set.
3-man set. Let's go. Bring in Sean DePaz.
The offer's out there.
I think he was also one of the ones defending Coach Prime when Totri was
our guy
throwing shade.
Let's go. All right, Ryan. It's time for Where in the World is Tim Brewster?
Oh, shit. All right.
You know where he is.
Really?
Yes. Think about the team, what they're doing these next few weeks.
They're training.
Not the coaches.
Okay, the coaches are recruiting.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Camps in the South.
That's all you get.
All right.
Where is he?
I'm going Atlanta.
Wrong.
Oh.
On the way, he tweeted this out yesterday. Let's go. On my way to PVU in Houston for Mega Camp tomorrow.
Oh, right, it's Prairie View first.
Calling all Texas Buffs to come see me.
Let's go.
There he is.
I used to throw Prairie View on the schedule every year in NCAA.
That's hilarious. I used to do New Mexico because I'd like to beat them.
There you go. CSU, Prairie View, maybe like Dartmouth would make my schedule.
Do you remember like the old ones where they had all the FCS schools and stuff? You could throw like Elon in there and stuff like that.
Yep.
Bring it back, EA. All right, today we're playing Buy or Sell.
Let's go. I've
prepared a few, not questions, but scenarios here. And we'll get into it. Whenever you're ready, Alyssa. The first one, though.
Damn, that graphic's sick.
It is. Shout out Yaya.
Hell yeah. We need a Buffs mural, like we have the Jokic mural and the Murray mural down the street.
Yeah, that's common.
We need a Buffs mural.
All right. The first one here, Louis Passerello. Will he be the Buffs starting tight end for week 1? Buy or sell?
Sell.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a big Louis guy.
I don't know how I could be. I haven't seen anything yet. Like, obviously, he got his number. That's all I know.
Yep.
A couple plays here and there in the practices we've been to. But I don't mean to take away from him. I just feel like it'll end up, I don't know, maybe it's Fourier.
Right.
Is Olsen still around?
Yep.
Figured. So one of those guys, I think, gets the nod. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm probably going to buy a bunch of stuff. Figured I had to save some money.
I'm going to buy this. I think that Louis Passerello, first off, his name is Louis. Which,
hadn't thought of that.
I mean, come on. Got his number. And I believe in Coach Brew. If he gave the guy his number, then the guy's got to be able to play. He started in the spring game.
Fair enough.
They haven't brought in another tight end.
Fair enough. Fourier wasn't healthy, though.
He wasn't. That's true. All right. Next one.
Also, don't forget about Eli Yelverton.
Of course. Yep.
Mr. First Play.
Yep. There's Connor shouting out Eli.
Connor got to be the only Oregon State fan who knows who Eli Yelverton is.
You got that damn right.
Other
right
than
Clint.
Clint.
Next one. Xavier Weaver will be Colorado's leading receiver this season. Buy or sell? Outproduced Jimmy Horn the last 2 years at USF.
Yep.
Even though Jimmy was a younger guy, Xavier a bit older.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say sell.
Okay.
And the reason being is, I think, honestly, I would handicap Travis as the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Jimmy and Xavier will be very close. But I would take Travis as my number one.
I think I'd take Jimmy if I had to pick one.
Okay.
But I do think, he's on the dark horse team. We definitely don't talk about him enough. Xavier Weaver's going to have
People
an
were
impact.
telling me, were coming at me on Twitter saying I couldn't have him as a dark horse. I'm like, I ran this by the committee.
We allowed it.
They approved it.
Yes. But he's definitely going to be in the mix. We'll just see how much. Next one. Someone other than Travis Hunter or Kermani McLean will lead the Buffs in INTs this season.
Ooh.
Buy or sell?
I'm going to buy.
Okay.
I think it ends up being a safety. One of the many, many safeties.
Do you have a specific nomination?
If I was going to throw one out there, I would say Shiloh.
All right.
I think he had 4.
Yep, in 2021.
Yep.
He had 1 last year when he was hurt.
When he was hurt. So he's got a little ball hawk in him. I think he has a nose for the football, just like his dad. Yeah, I'll take the Sanders blood.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go... I would buy this, but for different reasons. One, I don't think too many people are going to test Travis.
Yeah, no, Travis is out for me.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be... he's just going to be like conditioning on defense.
Yep. And then Cormani, I think, ideal situation, he comes in, has a quick pick or two, and then he gets the kind of Travis treatment after that where it's like...
What are they going to do? Just run it every time?
You're going to throw on these 5-star kids out there?
You're going to have to choose someone to throw at.
They're going to bring in more corners for sure. But I think one of these corners could be a good candidate too because of those reasons.
Yeah, your boy.
When you see Omarion Cooper come in the game, it's like, oh, finally, I can throw this way. And then all of a sudden, we're going the other way. You know?
I think there's going to be, I think there's just going to be a lot of like pass breakups where the ball's popping up in the air and like Shiloh or Trevor Woods or Vito's running underneath it.
Yep. Roderick Ward, also the JUCO transfer, is going to be a senior too. So he's got 1 year to play.
Yep.
So
Nose for the ball as well.
He's going to factor in. But yeah, that's I thought that was a fun one. Next one. Colorado will have more than 2 first-team All-Pac-12 players this season.
Bye.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who are your 2, or more than 2 then? Who are
Travis Hunter is a lock,
right?
in my opinion.
Yep.
And then you just have like just a huge list of guys. Obviously, Shador's up there. It's going to be difficult, but I've been thinking about this. Every time there's this much hype around a guy's senior year as a quarterback, they don't live up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Going all the way back to like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to have that good of a junior season and then replicate it senior season when everyone has a little more tape on you. You know, you're the focal point of every, defensive meeting going into that week. It's just tougher. Josh Allen let down his senior year. Drew Lock was led the SEC in touchdowns his junior year.
Yeah, didn't have a good
Came
year.
way back to the earth in his senior year. So I think that's an option.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jimmy Horn has a strong case, or Xavier Weaver. And then I just think you'll get one more defender in the mix too, whether that's Shiloh or Demoy Kennedy, Cormani McClain. Like
Dominic.
It could just be Travis and Cormani are the first team Pac-12 corners.
Right. So yeah, Travis, I think we're in lockstep there. He's a lock to be, I think, at least first or third team or second team.
Yep.
He's going to be all Pac. But in terms of first team players, I could see Shador if he has a awesome year. But Jimmy Horn is definitely a candidate. Also, I'd throw in someone like Dylan Edwards as like first team all Pac returner. So I would probably buy that.
I didn't
also.
think about returner.
Yeah.
That's a good little in. Jimmy Horn too.
Maybe Mark Bissett, all Pac punter.
Cheryl throws in Tyler Brown.
Tyler Brown as well.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the offensive line because I don't know if we've ever
Van
had first
Wells.
Team. Yep.
All right, next one.
3 for sure.
Okay. Both teams
3
will
out of
be
22, right? It's just straight across the board, 22 positions.
Yeah, for first team.
Yep.
Well, I guess when you factor in returners and all that stuff,
Yes,
it is
3.
a bit more. 25, 26.
Mark Bissett, yeah.
Both teams will be ranked when USC comes to Boulder to play Colorado this year.
Week 6?
5, I believe.
Okay. Yes. Buy that.
Interesting. I think so too.
First 3 games of the season, all nationally televised. Obviously, we were a little shook by the time yesterday. We got a lot of pushback on that.
Yeah. We're just trying to party.
I totally understand the pros of being on Big Noon Kickoff. I just wish it was game day instead and we got a 7 o'clock game. I don't think that's asking too much. But you get the 8 o'clock game against Colorado State. If the Buffs, honestly, if the Buffs are 1-0, they might end up getting ranked.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2-0, they're definitely getting ranked. And then, they get Colorado State 3-0. They're ranked, I would say, highly.
Right.
And then you have, 2 more?
So it's TCU, Nebraska, Colorado State, Oregon, then USC.
Yeah, so even if you're 3-1,
right,
you're still ranked in my opinion.
Yep, I think so too. I think first off, I think the Buffs win week 1 against TCU.
Being ranked is kind of silly. It's just about do people watch your game?
Yeah,
this is straight up what it is. So 10 a.m. week 1, everyone's watching that. If you win, I think you're ranked next week.
I don't know if I made this take public yet either, but I am for not having rankings until whenever the CFP rankings come out in mid-October. Just don't rank teams. No one knows at that point, especially early in the year. Like it just doesn't matter.
Agreed.
Next one. The 2023 Heisman Trophy winner will be a Pac-12 quarterback. Buy or sell, Ryan?
All right, so who else is out there that would, really challenge for this?
So true challengers, of course, Caleb, Bo Nix, Michael Penix.
What about outside of the pack, though?
The question is, okay. Drake May.
Yep.
J.J. McCarthy at Michigan.
Okay. Isn't there a crazy wide receiver somewhere? Put up huge numbers.
Marvin Harrison?
Yes. He's going to be, highly, highly hyped up and probably in the mix.
For sure. Who else do we got here? Let me see. I guess you could throw Quinn Ewers on the list.
Okay. Who are Georgia and Alabama's star players this year?
That's the big question with them.
Oh, Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers, yes.
He's going to be
tight end.
He's going to be talked about, or at least early.
Yeah. Jordan Travis, Florida State quarterback.
Yep. All right, I'm taking yes.
Interesting.
I'm buying. I'm doing a bad job of buying or selling.
It's all good.
I am buying that the 2023 Pac-12 or Heisman Trophy winner will be a Pac-12 quarterback.
I think I'm going to sell.
Who you leaning towards?
I think if it's going to be a Pac-12 quarterback, it's going to be Caleb, and we just don't see back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners that often. So I'll throw out just, I don't know, a Drake May or Marvin Harrison. There's some great players, non-quarterbacks, but I mean, go back to Joe Burrow's year. No one was expecting him to win the Heisman. It takes one transfer somewhere else to just blow up and win 10 games, and all of a sudden we're in the conversation.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, last one. Colorado will be competing for a spot in the 12-team playoff next season. Buy or sell?
This coming season.
Next season, 2024.
The 12-team, right.
Yep.
Buy. Oh, Joe Milton from Tennessee. I'm excited to watch him play more. I will buy that. Competing is a loose term that gives me a little bit of a nice out here. But I would say if you're competing to win the Pac-12, which I think there will be, you're competing to make the playoff. So I will say I will buy that, and I'm very confident in that prediction.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to hop on the bandwagon here too, man. I think that you get, I don't know, I think 4 or 5 wins even this year kind of moves the needle and just convinces enough recruits that something's going on here in Colorado. And then it's just a snowball effect from there. Coach Brew works the portal again.
Just the videos that are like, obviously there's so many amazing videos and stuff that came out from Jackson State. But I think the profile just now being in the Power 5 is a little larger, more people paying attention. Like the post-game videos of them like partying in the locker room are going to go so hard, and everyone's going to see that. And it's going to be on like ESPN's main account. Like, oh, Coach Prime was breaking it down in the locker room after the big win over Nebraska, you know? And like that's going like crazy viral, and kids all over the country are seeing that and saying, all right, I want to go do that.
And then when the NCAA football game comes out and you get to visit him and all that, it's like, well, I got to do this in real life.
I truly would like love to talk to someone who would rather play for Matt Rule and just hear why.
I watched a video out in Kirk Herbstreit talking to J.D. Pickell of On 3 yesterday.
Okay.
First off, they didn't bring up Colorado once.
Okay.
They talked about Nebraska, though, and just talking about Matt Rule. And I don't know. They seem very confident for a guy that they keep saying, it's going to be a process.
Yeah, I've heard that one a lot.
So, who knows? Shout out to Shady Rays. It's another beautiful day here in Denver, Colorado. Make sure you're prepared to take on the sun with your Shady Rays. Polarized lenses, extremely strong and durable frames. Even if you don't like them or your pair breaks when you get them, Shady Rays has your back and they'll replace them with no further cost. You can go to the Park Meadows Mall, shop their entire collection there, or you can just go to shadyrays.com. Make sure you use the code DNVR. You'll get 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. You can try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. Shout out to Breckenridge Brewery. You guys know we love our Breck beers here at DNVR. I can't imagine how many Breck beers are going to be drank here tonight.
Record numbers.
The limit does not exist.
Record numbers.
You could try out some of our favorites. We got the Mountain Beach Sour on tap here, which is awesome. The Mile High City Golden Ale.
Yep.
Avalanche Amber Ale right in front of me. Tons of them.
Got deals on Funslingers tonight. $4 Funslingers.
Yep. And if you come to the bar and you're going to be charged a cover, but your first beer's free.
Yep. Unless you're a DNVR diehard, in which case you don't have to pay a cover.
Speaking of that, first off, actually, check out the beer locator at www.breckbrew.com to find a Breck Brew near you. But also, consider becoming DNVR diehard. You get a free shirt at sign up, and every year after that. On top of that, you also get 20% off of merch always, 20% off events. You get into the bar for free for finals. Also get access to exclusive merch, a physical diehard card, and premium content on the site. We got specials on, oh Lord, Rakia. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I was not going to do well there.
I couldn't leave my guy out there like that. He looked like a fish out of water.
I had no idea where that was going to go.
If you don't know what Rakia is, which you probably don't, it is a Serbian liquor that we have stocked in the bar in honor of my Lord and Savior. I won't say our. I was speaking for myself, Nikola Jokic.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's actually I like it.
I've never tried it.
It's so what it is boiled down to is plum brandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wouldn't rule it out then. $10 to get into the DNVR bar for these Nuggets games coming up, but there's no cover on every other day. Just so come hang out at the bar, grab a shirt, all that cool stuff. What do you guys want to talk about?
I want to talk about the Nuggets.
I saw someone, I think it was Matt, said Heat in 4. That's just wrong.
Get out of here. I will say I got a whole show to talk Nuggets yesterday. If you want, to see
it was dope. I tuned in for a bit.
It was fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. As I put out on Twitter, we got a week's worth of takes out in an hour.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a build up though. We're finally on game day. That's crazy.
I feel like I've aged years since the last time they played.
Seriously. Original with the super chat. I know Buff fans saw the new Florida boys on Well Off Media and was like, what did he just say? LOL. Florida accents are thick.
I love the Florida accent.
So I think that was Travis J. And I want to say Derek McClendon. I'm not sure though. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they were already chopping it up with Coach in the training room, man.
I loved it. I think there was also an Omarion Cooper clip.
Okay.
So yeah, I just love accents. I think they're sick.
They're cool.
We were hanging out downstairs last night. And there's 2 guys who flew into Denver from Australia for the finals. Like
that's amazing.
I was just like, I just love hearing you guys talk.
DCV says talk camp. What did you learn? We actually didn't get to go to the camp, so. And apparently Bucky wasn't able. They weren't letting him film stuff of it either.
Yeah.
So.
Or I guess they're not allowed to put out videos of it.
Yeah.
So it's Travis J and Omarion Cooper according to the comments.
Damn, Omarion Cooper's big then. I thought that was Derek McClendon.
Jeez. I gotta go see it again.
Next question from Angela, Jake, and Arcade. Which one of you are going to do a run around Boulder interview with number 2?
Run around Boulder interview. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
I mean, if we're literally running or if we're just going around Boulder, either way.
Yeah, I would interview 2 on the surface of the sun if that's where you wanted to do it.
Oh, let us know, Shador. We're ready. I saw TV. Y'all see Jay's got... What was that supposed to say?
I think it's JSU got, two big ESPN primetime games I'm watching for sure.
Hell yeah.
We'll be watching too. That's actually really sick. And helps kind of support Coach Prime's idea, kind of that like it wasn't only me. Like I can still I helped elevate it and bring it into the light, and it doesn't just have to all go away now that I'm gone.
Right.
And I'm sure it's, not the first time they've ever been on ESPN in terms of even in the pre-Coach Prime era.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be ready for it.
That's awesome.
Excited to watch them, though. I need to look up their schedule. What else do we got?
Someone also said Derek McClendon was also in the video, so that might save you from completely misjudging how big Omarion Cooper is.
I thought it was Derek McClendon. I don't know.
Okay. D-Mac is the one who said Mac sauce.
I don't remember that. Eric's asking where's the new set. It's upstairs in that way.
Yep. New set. We have a lot of room in this building.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get even more.
Let's go. People were surprisingly kind of upset about our set yesterday.
People don't like change, Jake.
They don't. They wanted to see the street.
I like seeing the street too. I think it is true. It kind of keeps it interesting, keeps things moving, not so stagnant. But I also like the new set.
Yeah.
I think the new set's cool. For a little behind the scenes look, that set is called Studio B. This is Studio A. So Studio B, we'll be up there sometimes, but it's mostly for if there's ever like 2 things going on at once.
Exactly. So we'll be here still probably more often than that other studio. Cheryl, has anyone seen Brendan Gant yet? Gant. I haven't. Have you?
No.
Some guys are still coming. Cormani said the 11th is when he was coming, right? So Alton McCaskill just got here on Tuesday, I believe, too.
Okay.
So not everyone was at the kickoff. There's going to be some stragglers coming in.
I had no idea people loved this window so much.
Yeah.
Has a big fan. Needs its own fan page.
It does.
Studio A window.
I remember one show in February where it was cold and all of a sudden it started snowing and people were like, "It's snowing!" Freaking out.
They like to know what the weather's like in Colorado.
They do.
You can tell right now, bright and sunny.
Jackson State's first game against South Carolina State is on ABC at 5:30 our time.
What week?
Week 0.
Oh, I love that.
August 26th.
Week 0 is the #1 week that I watch football teams all around the country.
It's amazing. I don't care what game it is, who is playing. I will just sit down and watch all 3 hours.
There's got to be a good Hawaii game on.
Oh, for sure.
A little 10 p.m.
Yep. I'm trying to find the other ESPN game. It's the weekend after, and that's against Florida A&M. They're playing this one at Hard Rock Stadium. So that's week 1. Oh, this is Sunday, September 3rd. Sorry. So they get a primetime slot again.
Oh, shit. On a Sunday.
For week 1, yeah. For no NFL.
Oh, because there's no NFL. Yep.
Yep. So the day after Coach Prime's Buffs take on TCU, we got Jackson State, Florida A&M.
Hell yeah.
Roderick C. Williams Sr. How did the concept of DNVR bar/podcast come to be? Love the setup.
Great question. Could do a whole podcast on it, but I'll try and boil it down. Back in 2015, our CEO and my co-founder, Brandon, came to me and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to start this thing. I feel like, there's way too much focus on the Broncos and no one else gets any shine around here." And this was back when I was covering the Buffs full time. And, he was like, "Do you want to come do this thing with me? And you can cover the Buffs and then, probably do some Broncos stuff as well." And so we started it. And originally it was mostly written content, again, because, everyone was so focused on the other teams. And we started building communities around these teams, specifically the Buffs, the Avs, the Nuggets, teams that, weren't in the limelight very much. And then we started doing podcasts around them. We started realizing, oh, this is a really cool way to reach people. And you reach people on a different level when they actually hear your voice, talk to you, and they interact with you. So then we started thinking, man, we might be able to create our own little radio station here. Yeah. We'll do it, a show every day for every team, and that would be as much programming as a radio station. Brandon had worked for a radio station for a long time. He understood, how to sell ad space in the audio world, and that's when things really kind of blew up, and people really appreciated the fact that they could hear about their favorite team every day. We've leaned into that harder and harder and harder over the years. We started doing community events and doing watch parties at bars around the city. And for a game like tonight, we would have been at a different bar, right?
Right.
And we would bring numbers, 200-300 people coming through to watch the Nuggets or the Avs with us. And finally, a bar owner hit us up and was like, "Hey, I have a struggling space. How about we just make that your home base?" And so we did an original deal with them. Then we ended up just buying the bar outright, or I guess, taking over ownership of the bar with another company. And so now that's what we got.
Hell yeah, man. Long live DNVR.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Look at this top 5 graphic.
Uh-oh. Are we at Bikini Bottom?
We're in Bikini Bottom now.
Let's go.
What's his name?
No Buffs, though. Aaron Scott Jr.
Aaron Scott Jr.'s top 5 is one of my favorites that I've seen so far.
I just don't understand. He hits up a Hayes faucet. We'll figure it out one day. And he's just like, "All right, here are my top 5 teams. Throw me in Bikini Bottom." All right.
He's just like, "Say less, brother."
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. What else do we got? Cheryl, all that hate they have for CU and Coach Prime is just motivating the players. Did you hear what J5 told Willie? I remember seeing them, I think, together. I can't remember exactly, though.
My head has been spinning with all the content.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just soaking up all the Nuggets content I can right now, too.
Yeah.
It was I need to absorb more.
It's a busy time of year for sure.
But if you tell us in the comments, we'd love to.
For sure, yeah, we'll find it. James Hampton, where's the guy, the tight end from London, England?
He gone. And he's no longer a tight end.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver now.
Yep.
What is he up to?
He hit the portal, for clarification's sake.
Yeah. Obviously hasn't committed yet.
Anything? Anything new?
I don't think so. Still the same. Hasn't even tweeted since May 16th.
Okay. Nicholas Braxton, is Cormani still in Florida? Yes, he is. Like Jake said earlier, not everyone reports on the same day, especially the high school guys. Different school systems, different,
right?
Whatever people have going on.
Trevor, when is Uncle Neely back? So Unc is going back home tomorrow.
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll find out when he gets back. Yeah. Farid, he just wanted to note from yesterday's show, the dude in the cowboy hat hanging with Prime is Nate Newton, former Dallas Cowboy teammate of Coach Prime.
There you go.
We've heard that name in videos before. Yeah. And then Lamar with the super chat, is Sir Alton fully healthy? I mean, he's got to be.
He should be, yeah.
15, 16 months now removed from his ACL tear?
Yeah. For sure.
Yep. Anything else?
All right.
Sean says Zico was at ECU the other day.
Interesting.
Cheryl says Willie was mic'd up and J5 was basically saying they're hating on their coach and the team. You could tell they're ready to prove people wrong. Love that.
Yeah, I mean, I forget who said it in their speech. It might have been Brew, but like, got to prove a whole nation wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of us who are backing them, but there's probably a lot more who are hating.
Right.
So time to go prove them wrong.
These players got to be fired up for that, though. I mean, just go online. There's your motivation every day. It's crazy.
Larry said Cowboy Hat is not Nate. That's security. Now we're getting confused.
Oh, okay. A lot of people saying it's not Nate. All right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
We're good. Shout out Alyssa. Thank you for rocking the graphics. Tune into the Nuggets guys tonight. Are they doing a watch along or is it just pre and post?
I don't know what their final call was on that, but definitely pre and post. And I think at the very least we would have a bar cam going.
Okay.
During the game.
So there you go. You can tune in for the game. Go Nuggets. Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.